Power's gone. Law knows how long. Looking to get drunk? Coming right up. Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Thompson wants to talk to you? He's a busy man. You want to talk to Mr. Thompson, try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you up to that great big tower atop the cannery, and you'll get yourself a proper dressing down. It is a good thing. If you're not pulling your weight, you don't deserve to live here. Simple as that. I've talked enough about my past. I don't see how that's any of your business. You're the first to ask after me in some time. I'll give you that. But I don't have a story to share. My family's worked Spacer's Choice for 2 generations, and I've lived in Edgewater just about all my life. Wanted to work in the sciences once upon a time. Would you believe it? That was a wild fancy. Glad I disabused myself. They did. They gave me a life, gave me a purpose. This is where I belong. What's wrong with that? It's good, honest work. Pots and pans don't scrub themselves. Glasses don't fill themselves either. Unless you're in Byzantium. I hear everything's automated there. Not that I'll ever find out. What happened, you ask? What always happens when you're dreaming? I woke up. I just didn't have the brains for it. Asked too many questions. Wasn't suited to the work. So I did the right thing and worked the life I was always meant to live. Now that I'm behind a bar, I can ask all the questions I want. Important ones. Like, when are you going to pay your tab? And would you like another round of cold, refreshing zero-G? Not so fast. I told you about my life. Your turn to tell me about yours. So, what's your story? That right? Prove it. I know that serial drama. They were playing it just the other night. What was it called? The Last Spacer? You're right. I don't believe you. I'd advise you to keep that story unsaid. Don't want people thinking you're a loon. Sounds as if you've been keeping questionable company. Or spinning a tale? Whew. You knocked your head in the cannery, didn't you? Injuries come out of everyone's pay. Says so right there in your contract. So, you want to tell me what your story really is? What's there to figure out? Stands to reason you work for a company. You ain't Spacer's Choice. Could be you're with Auntie Cleo. Don't see what a Cleo worker's doing in Spacer country. Trying to eyeball the competition, are we? You're one of those freelancers, then? Running about Halcyon, selling off your loyalties to the highest bidder? Well, good luck trying to figure yourself out. Sounds like you'll need it. That's exactly the kind of crazy talk that comes from an overabundance of sobriety. Suit yourself. And there's no need for you to pry either. Will there be anything else? Suppose I did. Ready to talk about it? Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum. My world is these 4 walls, that door, and a row of mugs that need cleaning. Let me make something clear. Spacer's Choice has been real good to me. The town's been real good to me. I start gallivanting around outside the walls, poking around in places I shouldn't be, learning things I've got no right to know. People will talk. Won't ever catch me asking about the world outside. Else the town's gonna say Amelia's gone soft. That Amelia's pondering desertion. I don't want that. There you go with that thinking again. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's dangerous? And be satisfied with our lot in life. Keep it down, will you? We don't talk about the PLAYGE. Not here. And if you're smart, you won't mention it anywhere. I've said enough. People come here to drink their problems away. If they wanted to face their problems, they'd go see our vicar. If they wanted to face their problems, they'd go see you, Vic. See that you do. What do you need? Go ahead. You tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. We'll get you mostly drunk at half the price. Spacer's Choice. Plague got you feeling woozy? Get yourself boozy with Spacer's Choice. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company slogans to any visitors. Abernathy's got some bounce in his heel. Must have heard some good news. Town's been humming with power. Somebody must have been down in the old plant. The Hope? No, I've never mixed a drink by that name. I could get you a rum and something if you like. Wait, no, never mind. We're all out of something. Yeah, I got vague recollections of some folklore about a mysterious colony ship. You feeling a bit flushed? Look, why don't you go set yourself down in the corner before you get all tangle-footed? I don't know what fancy bars you've been crawling, but the rest of us make do with 0G. 0G brew. An ale that's good for what ails you. Then pretend you're drunk. Sober folk don't talk the way you are. Not unless they're looking for a trip to Tartarus. Would you keep your voice down? You're gonna get the whole cantina written up. The Hope's folklore, all right? 60, 70-year-old folklore by now. The board don't approve of spreading seditious rumors and falsehoods. Look, either shut your gob or stick a drink in it. We're done talking about this. I already asked you not to bring that up around me. Change the subject or buy something. Look, I don't know what you're blathering about. If you took a blow to your skull, you really should settle down with some zero-G. Most folk forget where they're standing after a few drinks. Seems to me you've got a head start. Anyhow, whatever happens outside the walls is not my business. Only deserters and marauders wander out there, and I cannot tell you which I revile more. Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Don't you go letting them traitors drip poison down your ear. Nothing decent about a worker who walks out on their own family. I don't know you. Amelia Kim, Spacer's Choice Beverage Dispenser. Uh-huh. The Unreliable, you say? Never heard of any company supply ship with that particular name. I know every face that walks through those doors. Except yours. We don't welcome trouble. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here. Nah, I'm contractually obligated to serve you. Just not gonna be too happy about it. If you're gonna have a drink, I'd like to ask that you do it within the premises. Can't have you taking drinks over to those deserters. Am I that easy to read? Yeah, we've been having some problems lately. Loyalty issues, lines in the sand. I know where folk in Edgewater stand. But you, I don't know you. You really think so? That's kind of you. I've been trying to keep the floors clean. You got no idea how long it takes to scrub the tiles. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you? Guess I misreckoned you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be curt. We just got some problems lately. I can get you a drink if you'd like. Gotta ask you to enjoy your beverage within the premises, though. Can't risk you bringing a drink over to those deserters. You understand. You're inviting trouble talking that way, and I don't want a part of it. Don't talk to me that way, please. Spent many years disabusing myself of that notion. Don't need you putting it back in my head. Lab work ain't for me. Never was. Never will be. Spacer's Choice put me where I belong, and for that I am grateful. Hey, come on now. That was uncalled for. Some of us are still sober. Somebody help! I'm gonna put you down! You made me do this, lawbreaker! I'm gonna need a zero-G after that. Please! I don't want to die! Hey, I saw that. Hey! Stop that criminal! I give up! I give up! Oh, Law, that hurts! Stop! Hey! Stop! What do you think you're doing? Thanks for the bits, friend. Just don't make any trouble for me, okay? You're not fooling me! Get it off! I'm bleeding! I can't see! My legs! Shit! My arm! My arm! Put that away. You're making me nervous.